the Baltimore Ravens. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week. And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
Chubb will have the first down and much more. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 49 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries of the ball game. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Mayfield off the play fake. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know, this club, there were some reports earlier in the week, and most have heard this by now, the so-called unnamed sources that were saying all is not rosy in that locker room. There's whispers that 1 or 2 guys, CD, have kind of had enough of how things are going and have been going. How would you handle that as a coach?
Well, you and I both know all the coaches that we've dealt with and come in contact with. They'd love to get their hands on those unnamed sources, wouldn't they? But they know that that's not possible, so I think they've got to go in there and make sure that this isn't a distraction. They also know that once the grumbling starts, it becomes a slippery slope, and it's hard to stop the fall. I think you need to sit some guys down and say, hey, look, we're still hoping to be a playoff team this year. We need you guys to be bought in with what we're doing. Come on, let's get on board.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
McLaughlin now for the Browns field goal.
From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And this one is right through. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put them in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Beckham the return. Little razzle-dazzle by OBJ.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards.
And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Mayfield looks to throw. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Here's Mayfield.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot. They run for it with Hunt, and I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. Kareem Hunt stops short of the sticks, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That, too.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. Flushed out right.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a 1st down, and he gives himself up there at the end.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Throwing is Jackson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
On first down, Dobbins. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. He'll swing this out to Dobbins.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd down.
This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
On 3rd down, Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This offense is starting to get into rhythm. A nice quick throw there on target, able to pick up another first down.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins, and he stopped immediately there.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Nothing after 1 on EA Sports. Play action. Now Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now it's Jackson. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
Tucker's kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Second down, here's Chubb again. 68 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. A gain of 3, second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Donovan Peoples-Jones.
His second touchdown on the season. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 10-3. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10.
Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22.
Another try after the first down sack. Jackson
will find Dobbins out of the backfield.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now Jackson. Now the ball comes loose.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh finding the path to the QB there. After the sack on first down, Jackson. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Here's Jackson.
They're trying to find Chark, but it's intercepted.
He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
They get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle.
Following the penalty, Chubb. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitask.
And got his man complete. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Mayfield going for it all.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on.
Well, I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over it, and they got there to break that one up.
Second and 10. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here.
Powers through it. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
Here's Chubb on the read option.
And he'll barrel his way into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 17-3. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw.
A swing pass here to Edwards.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And the Browns are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, Charles, you were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Oh, and this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Mayfield to throw it this time. He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the third quarter?
The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Jackson going to find his running back here. It's Dobbins.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. To throw again is Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
On 2nd and 10, Jackson. First down and more for Jackson.
And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson.
And that'll be complete to Dobbins.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 13-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This is really impressive because when the offenses are running RPOs, things move very quickly. Fake, ball's out of his hands, and they're trying to hit him in the gaps downfield. And instead, the defender reacts so well that he makes a play on it, and the ball falls incomplete.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Again, Jackson. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown. His 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half.
Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Check. Chubb will get the call running left. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 40.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A give running right is Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Check 4. Back. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Kings. SOS. Hey, alert 3.
Chubb on the counter. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
131 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A carry here for Hunt. And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And he's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. Touchdown, Browns. Kareem Hunt, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They did what they had to do to start this 3rd quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
3rd quarter action. Appreciate you joining us from Cleveland, Ohio. 2nd and 10. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. But the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. McLaughlin for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it. It's Edwards. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. He needed a yard. He didn't get anything. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position. Now Chubb running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. The Browns on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. They'll roll him out right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
The Ravens on 3rd down. It's been a problem, just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. They go play action with Jackson. And Shark hauls it in. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw taken in by Shark. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch. Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the...
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. DJ Chark, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. They go play action. Mayfield. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And it's caught by Hooper. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
On first and 10, Mayfield. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the Ravens will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So the deep ball giveth, and now the deep ball taketh away.
And to get deep on me here, I like that. Going to the next level in what you're thinking. And when you think about all the success he's had throwing the football so far, sometimes when you're doing that, you think you're invincible out there. But he was given a cold dose of reality on that throw.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. McLaughlin now to add the PAT. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. There on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back.
They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Sliding out of the pocket. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground?
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is down to 24. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash. Pistol.
Mayfield on play action. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Go, go, go. Regular.
Mayfield now. Drops it off for Chubb. And he's taken down inside the 30. Mayfield on 1st down.
Swings this out for Hunt.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Pick it up, defense. Let's go. Hey, check back.
Play fake. Mayfield under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 13.
Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield, that is caught inside the 5.